Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got breaking news. Adam Schefter just reported that the Eagles have reached a one-year agreement with former San Francisco 49ers safety Jaquiski Tartt.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And like I said, we got breaking news. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop or when we go live. I like the addition. Is he a world beater? No. And I know we wanted Jesse Bates. That would have required giving up picks or a player. I know we like Chuck Clark. Same thing. Not as many picks, not as many good players, but you would have had to give up something. The Eagles go out and shore up the position by signing a veteran for 1 year. Now, the first thing everybody thinks about that watches not only the Eagles but the NFL is the interception dropped in the fourth quarter against the Rams in the NFC Championship. And we're going to look at it because it was disgusting. Fourth quarter, 9 minutes left. The Niners are winning by 3.
Stafford airs it out. Jefferson downfield. He's picked. No drop.
Basket. Now, he put his hands on his helmet, and he held it there for a while. He understands that you got to make this play. One more time. Look how
Stafford airs it out. Jefferson downfield. He's picked. No drop.
He came up to the podium and owned it. He felt bad. You could see it in his eyes and hear it in his voice. He said he felt like he let his team down. Now, there were still things that transpired early in the game and after that led the Rams to winning that game and going to the Super Bowl, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. But he feels responsible. Now, Jaquiski Tartt, is he starting or is he a bench piece? That's something we got to talk about too. But I just called him Jaquiski Tartt instead of Jaquiski Tartt. With that being said, he's had some injuries. But when healthy, when playing, he's been on a really stellar Niners defense, and he's been pretty good. He's a veteran. When you compare him to Anthony Harris, he might be a little bit better than Anthony Harris. I do think Anthony Harris was playing pretty good at the end of the season, but if I had to compare them two players, both healthy, I think Jaquiski Tartt would be a little bit better. Now, here's the thing when you look at the safety position for the Philadelphia Eagles. Anthony Harris on a one-year deal. Marcus Epps, who's never started but played good in spot starts. And I'm high on Marcus Epps. But behind them two is Kevon Wallace, who's always injured. And then you got guys who you can plug and play at safety, but they're special teamers. Special teamers. So will the Eagles start Jaquiski Tartt? Maybe, maybe not. I'm thinking if they really believe in Marcus Epps, and like I said, when healthy, Harris and Tartt, maybe Tartt's a little better when healthy. I don't like him dropping that pick, though. It happens to the best of players, to the worst of players. It's going to be some competition there to see who starts. Anthony Harris, Marcus Epps, Jaquiski Tartt, and even Kevon Wallace all competing. But the depth behind them just got better, so you don't have to end up starting a special teamer if one or two people go down. I could really see Marcus Epps and Jaquiski Tartt both playing the safety role. You put Tartt at strong safety and maybe move Marcus Epps to free safety. I don't know if they'll do that, but this is what I do know about Jaquiski Tartt. He can hit, and he can play pretty much what the Eagles want to run. Cover 2, cover 3. So we're going to ask him to do some of the things that he's really good at. And again, he's older, he's a veteran, but when you sign somebody for 1 year, you're not risking it all. You're not getting a guy who, if he gets injured, oh no, what are we going to do with our season? We got the 2 bookend corners. We got a slot corner that is really, really, really good in Avonte Maddox. We got depth at the cornerback position with Jimmy Moreland. Now we're just getting depth. I could see the Eagles either starting him or leaving him as the third guy. But I do think the combination of Marcus Epps and Jaquiski Tartt might be a little bit better than Epps and Harris. Harris can come in on nickel big nickel where 3 safeties play. Harris did start to play better at the end of the season, so I don't want to write him off. But I think iron sharpens iron. I think you get more depth with this signing, and you bring more competition to that group where it looked like because of Kevon Wallace's health issues, you could write in Harris, you can write in Epps. Now, Kevon Wallace sees it. They're still bringing guys in. He maybe steps his game up. Epps, who thought he was getting a spot, maybe he steps his game up. Maybe they do Jaquiski Tartt and Anthony Harris. I don't see that as a combination, but maybe they do that. The more the merrier at a position that you need. And when training camp starts July 26th, may the best man win. May the best man win. Now, before I talk a little bit more about Jaquiski Tartt and what I think he could bring to this, just how last year it wasn't that great, but it wasn't that good. I think he only had 1 pass deflection. He had 0 picks. And again, you got to catch that. One more time, you got to catch that. But that is not going to make or break him. And I think if he did that with the Eagles, we'd be upset. we get upset with Jalen Reagor on offense, and that was a gimme. But at the end of the day, it's a guy who knows the system Jonathan Gannon wants to run and does it pretty well. Now, before we get into any more, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Manscaped. You can grab 1, 2, or 3, but the bundle is legit. Check it out. The Platinum Package 4.0, Manscaped's best and biggest bundle yet when it comes to your hygiene. It's your one-stop shop. They got everything that includes the Lawnmower 4.0. They got the Weed Whacker. They got Crop Preserver. They got Crop Reviver. They got the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, body wash, and last but not least, deodorant. And plus, you get the free gifts, the boxers, the luxury travel bag. They got it all here at Manscaped. Do me a favor and go check it out, the Platinum Package 4.0. And when you get to checkout, use promo code PhillyMike for 20% off and free shipping. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check that all out. Now, real quick before we get up out of here, let me know your thoughts on Jaquiski Tartt. Who do you think has the best chance to start? Again, training camp is going to tell us all what we need to know. But Tartt was out there for a while. It's a 1-year deal, probably pretty cheap. But again, depth. So whether you think he's a starter or not, depth is important because that is a position that, okay, we feel comfortable with Marcus Epps. So what if he goes down? Now the comfortability is even less. Let me know. If you were the head coach, and this is early, you got to see him practice. I understand that. But if you had to go off what you saw from Anthony Harris in his career plus last year, what you saw from Jaquiski Tartt, go ahead and look up his highlights. What you know about Marcus Epps, Kevon Wallace, who would be the 2 tandem you would start for the Philadelphia Eagles? Let me know the 2 players you would start at safety. Again, you can mix and match, do what you got to do. And I just think this brings depth. But he can hit, he can fly, cover 2, cover 3, and he's been playing on championship-level defenses. He has a dog in him that I want the Eagles to embrace. This season feels really good. And again, you don't go out there and make these moves. You don't go out there and shore up some of these positions if you don't feel like you can compete. You're bringing in depth pieces and or veteran starters because you are confident that you are building, like I said, the now and later type lineup. We just did this yesterday. The now and later. Young guys that we expect to do big things. Proven guys who haven't hit their prime. And old guys who are still playing at a high level. And I don't know how high Jaquiski Tartt is playing. But play next to Slay, Bradbury, Maddox. You're going to be better. You're going to be better. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We out.